Good morning. This hairdo brought to you by the word lazy. I was so lazy this morning. Some of you asked me in a message about my lanyard that I was talking to you about, where I sew buttons for every 5 pounds. There's my lanyard. 16 so far, plenty of room for another 16. I wanted to share with you my experience at the doctor's office yesterday. I went in to have my arm looked at, and the door opened and my name was called, so I went back into the back room, and the medical assistant was a man, so I said, "Oh, well, where's Zenith?" Yeah, Zenith. And he said that she wasn't there, and he said that his name was Tom. I said, "Oh, well, hi, Tom. So how long are you here for, Tom?" And he said, "Oh, I'll be here for a few days, and then I'll be moving on to another place." And I went, "Oh, well, Tom, nice to meet you." Anyway, it struck me as funny because I don't know any Toms except for the Tom that we always talk about here. And then he had his paper printout of my chart, with my height and weight and blood pressure and pulse and all that from last time. And he said, "Why don't you take your shoes off and we'll weigh you?" And I said, "Oh, I weighed this morning. It's no problem. I'll just tell you that, I weighed 252. And he looked at my chart and he goes, now, mind you, Tom weighs about the same amount as my left leg, okay? I mean, he's just this little scrawny thing, and he's like, "I think we need to weigh you, because this says that you weigh much more." And I said, "Trust me, I weighed this morning. I know how much I weigh. If you want to just go ahead and put it down, that'd be fine, because I've done that before." He wouldn't go for it. So, took my shoes off, got on the scale. Sure enough, weighed exactly what I told him I weighed, and he's like, "Oh, well," and then I get nervous. I have a doctor phobia. It's pretty bad sometimes. It's getting a little bit better, but so as I'm sitting there waiting for the doctor, I text Toy, and ask her to pray because I get really nervous and go into panic attacks, literally. So she writes back and says, "Got you covered," and of course, I'm just a blubbering idiot by the time the doctor gets in there and we talk. Anyway, long story short, the picture that I showed you at the very beginning is me. I sent that picture to Toy, and yeah, I had been crying. I was all red-nosed and watery-eyed and everything. But here's the best part of my day. Absolutely the best part. If you subscribe to Hcg Check on a Diet and you watch her vlog from yesterday where she's showing her pair of jeans that she just bought. Okay, I have to give you a mental picture. I go to the doctor, and then I go grocery shopping, and I put my groceries in the trunk, and then I have a 25-mile drive home. And so I back up, and it's dark. I back up, and I'm watching and listening to vlogs as I'm driving. Just listening, because you guys don't do much moving around or anything like that, so I don't miss anything visually, so I can just listen. And so I'm playing Parker's vlog. And when I pull up, the front door opens, and it's my 34-year-old son and my husband my groceries in for me. So I quickly grab a grocery bag because I had one item in a grocery bag, and so I threw my little purse in. It's just a little thing like this that I carry. I threw my purse in the bag. I threw my iPhone in the bag. I threw other things in the bag, and the vlog is still playing. My bag is glowing because of my iPhone, and my stepson comes out, and he offers to carry my stuff because my arm is hurting and stuff. So he's carrying a heavy bag in one hand and this plastic bag that's got my phone in it in the other. And Parker's vlog is still playing. And he walks into the house and he's like, "Your bag is talking to me." And he pulls it up and he starts listening. And it's right when Parker starts talking about JP watching her put on her jeans and her dressing room experience. And yeah, he turned 6 shades of red. Or is it gray? Yeah. Anyway, it was really, really funny. So I had to make sure that I shared that story with you. Okay. Not reporting anything on VLCDs. I'm just hanging. Got another week. And got lots of questions from my last vlog about my decision. And I tried to clarify as much as I possibly could. So I will... you know, you're on the ride with me, basically. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I'm doing so well in my releases, but isn't that the case? You know, the first 21 days are pretty good releases and such. So one more week, I'll vlog on Monday the 28th, and then start no injections for 4 days. All right. I'm tired. My medicine is making me sleepy. This is going to be okay. A little update. I got a phone call this morning from the hospital, and they asked me if I could come in right away for my nerve conduction study. And so I made a mad dash to the hospital and text Toy along the way and asked her for the Facebook friends if they would please say a prayer for me because I was nervous. I've had a nerve conduction study done before and they're very uncomfortable. So she did, and I thank you all of you who got that message. He was testing strength in my arms and stuff, and asked me if I grew up in Oregon, and I'm like, well, kind of, since I was like 9. And then I said, why? And he said, did you grow up on a farm? And I said, no, not really. And he said, oh, because you're like really strong. And I said, oh, really? I said, well, sign language interpreters tend to be strong because they hold their arms up all the time and use these muscles. In fact, I've had a masseuse tell me that my forearm, this arm, part of my arm right here, is the same as a bodybuilder's. So I have very strong arms. And anyway, so he did a conduction study on my carpal and ulna tunnel, and I have both. But he doesn't feel like that's the issue. He feels like it's in my neck, and he ordered an MRI. He decided to do the less painful route because the MRI is more sensitive of a test and less painful, and he even put that in. So I got saved because the needle one is where they put the needles into the muscle and then shoot electrical charges into your muscle to see how they respond. The one that I had, they just put, in fact you can see the marks on my wrist where they put the probes, but they just put this machine that looks like a razor that has 2 probes, and they stick it there and then they zap you, and then it gets more intense, and it's uncomfortable, but it's not anything that I would volunteer to do again, but it certainly is doable. But the other one I've had before, and you're wiped out. You're totally wiped out by the time you get done with it because it's so invasive. Anyway, so that's all I have to say about that. Oh, funny story. I got another funny story for you today. I'm sorry, my lazy hair is just bugging the crud out of me. Toy, I sent her a text. So I'm driving, so I hit the button that you can dictate the text. And I said, I asked her to pray. She goes, consider it done. And so I brought my box lunch in the car with me because I thought if I'm out and about, I'm going to want to go get something to drink. I'm going to want something to eat. So I decided to eat part of my lunch on my way to the doctor's office. And I'm glad I did because it's 1:30 right now. So I had 4 boiled eggs with just 1 yolk. And then I had my grissini. And so I'm going, okay, I just ate 1 egg and 4 yolk. Let's see. How did I say it? I just ate 4 eggs with 1 yolk and a grissini, and I feel like I've had Thanksgiving dinner. And then I hit send. Oh, I can't fit in that parking spot. My car's too fat. It needs to go on HCG. Or these stupid people need to learn how to park. I said I had 4 eggs with 1 yolk and grissini. And what did it come out? The text was so funny. It said I had 4 egg and a 1-year-old and a grissini, and I feel like I've eaten Thanksgiving dinner. So it came to, she got it, and it said that I had eaten 4 eggs and a 1-year-old for lunch. I thought that was really funny. Oh God, somebody's got to do something with this. Thank you for your sweet comments. I am so happy I did not have to have that conduction study, let me tell you. So now I just have to wait for them to call me so that I can go in for an MRI within 5 days. And then he said it could be surgery, who knows. Hopefully not. All right, you guys, I'll put this together and get it sent sometime today. I've got a long day. Bye.